I hope you're all doing well today. It seems to be a nice day outside. I haven't really seen much of it, but it looks like it's nice. Here's me looking, and I'm looking at a wall. Just silly. Oh well, getting a bit, looking at walls instead of windows. I'd say welcome everybody. I'm so happy that you come and join me each morning, so that we can craft together and have a bit of a laugh. And you can also check with other crafty people that are online as well. So some of the ladies have quite a chat, which is great. You never know how anybody is feeling. You might see them on a chat or something like that. So they might be going through something that you don't know about. So it's always nice to have friends in the chat room. But you can talk to, it'll make you feel better. I know a few times that I've been on lives and people have been a little bit down. And if they put that in the chat, then everybody sends them hugs and gives them positive thoughts to get them through. So it's the same on the chat here as well. Now, I've just got a couple of things to go through with you. Now, my time on YouTube is at the moment 5 days a week, and I start at 10:30. So this seems to have been slotted in as my time, unless, of course, I have a medical appointment or something like that. Then I will let you know in the chat before I go off. So, yeah, normally 10:30, 5 days a week. So at the moment, I'm looking at doing 12 days of Christmas cards. And I know everybody else has already had their 12 days of Christmas cards. But I just thought I would do it. Give you some ideas that might be new on Christmas cards. And it's an experience for me as well, because I get to do things that I wouldn't normally do, and I have to keep it in those Christmas parameters. So I hope you're enjoying what I'm doing. Now, everything that I use is in the More box below. So if you click down and click on the More tab, it'll show you all the things that I've used. Some of them I haven't, because, sorry about that, that was someone ringing me, but I cut them off. Some things I haven't put in the More tab is because I change it around when I get on here. So I'm sorry about that if it's not there, but most of the products and the stamps and dies are always in there for you to check. So is my email, my phone number, my Facebook, my Instagram, everything is all there. So you've got numerous ways, and my mobile, which you just heard go off. So missed it. So if you need to get in contact with me, it's all there below. Now, also too, if you're liking my content, can you please give me a like, share it with your crafty friends, and ring the notification bell so you get notified every time I go live. So it's always appreciated for the people who join me. Now, up in the corner, and I always do it, I go that way instead of that way because it's reversed. So it gets me every time I go to point up there and I end up pointing back that way. So up there is shop with me. So I have a QR code that you can just click on if you have a smartphone, which I'm sure just about everybody does have a smartphone these days. So you go into your photographs and just into your camera and just click on the QR code. It will come up with a little yellow message, and you just hit that message and it will take you straight to my shop. So also too, just before we get started, is so I have joined my team. So if you want to join my team, there's a QR code there for you to join my team. And I would be very honoured if you join my team. If you're not with another demonstrator, unfortunately, when you're with another demonstrator, I think you have to log out or drop out and then rejoin 3 months after. I think that's what I've heard. So, but we don't want you doing that. But yeah, I'd love to have you in my team. Also, too, the starter kit at the moment is $169, and you will get $236 worth of products. So that makes a good start to your crafting. So I did it again. I deleted the wrong one. So I have a card class starting on the 30th, which is next Saturday. So if you want to join my card class, you can do that. I have links. Have links below, and I have links on my page, on my business page and my personal page. That if you want to join, you just need to click on the link. It will take you to a registration form. Fill out the registration form, and it has a payment as well. So it will take you to the payment. Okay, so we had a lot of fun on my last card day. So I will actually post maybe a couple of those cards that we did on the last one. So you see what you're going to get. All right. So we're doing 8 cards and it's $50. So I'm in Decaban. So anybody that lives around, or if you want to travel, that's fine, can meet here, and we can, once you've registered, we can have a fun time. I'm going to go down to the mat now. So I'm going to bring okay. So what I'm playing with today, and I love this set, it's just gorgeous, is the Peaceful Evergreens. Now I have shown the stamp set previously, but we can make this into a Christmas card. So it can be an ordinary card that you just do for somebody's birthday, or you can do it as a Christmas card. And today I'm doing it as a Christmas card. So it's got some beautiful papers with it. Absolutely gorgeous, but I'm not using those today. I did try something out that we might try out a bit later on. So, and remember too, we have our sketches. So I can't remember on this one where it is. I know on the annual catalogue it is on page 22. For some reason I've got 16 in my brain. Maybe. So in our annual catalogue there's 22 sketches and it's on page 22. Yay, it was page 16. How about that? So you've got all different sketches here that you can try out. So if you're stuck for something to do on a card, you might start off with something really quite simple, but when you start doing it and you go, no, I don't want to do that, I want to do this. So you start yourself and you end up making a card that's your own anyway, but it's just giving you the sketches. And of course on every one of our, just about every one of our pages is cards that you can do. So, and the same on the annual catalogue, which I think is my grotty one here, there is page 22 and there's 22 sketches that you can try. So what are we going to do today? Now, I tried a couple of these yesterday and I'm not perfect on it, but I'm going to give it a bash. Okay, so we've got a white card base. So my card bases are all 5 3/4 by 8 inches. So I'll just get that level. And then I'm going to take my bone folder and crease it, give it a nice crease. Now what I've got to watch today is I'm so used to doing portrait cards, and today I'm going to do a landscape card. So I've got to remember what I'm doing. So there's our card base. So, and then I have a purple piece to go on there. Just get that little trim, it's a little bit out, just a fraction on one side. I'll just give it a trim anyway. I think it was just one side, so a fraction out. There we go. Just a tiny bit off. So, as I say, so we've got a white card base, and that is 8 by 5 3/4. And I've got a purple, which is Gorgeous Grape, and that is 5 1/2 by 3 3/4. And I've got another piece here, which should be 5 1/4 by 3 1/2. Okay, that's a piece for my sentiment, but this is the piece we're going to work with at the moment. So I think I have to get a sentiment piece. I don't think I'm allowed for that. But what I'm going to do is I have my stamp pads. I have white, Early Espresso, Blackberry Bliss, and of course Highland Heather. So that's four colours. You don't have to do it in these colours. You can do it in any colour that you want. I also have a piece of glitter paper and a square. All right, now I've already told you I'm using Peaceful Evergreens. So this is the one with the lovely trees, and Peaceful Seasons for the sentiment. So that's what we're up to today. So I'm going to start off, and as I say, I'm not perfect at this. Yesterday was the first time I actually tried it. So we'll see how I go. Hey, put those out of the way. And I'm going to start off with Blackberry Bliss. And remember, we're using landscape. Oh, what's one of my hairs doing in there? So as I say, I'm not perfect at this, but I'm going to have a try at it. So I'm using Blackberry Bliss at the moment. And you put it on your glass mat like this, it just wipes off. So I haven't put the fan on because apparently you can hear it when I'm doing my videos. So I want it pretty dark up the top here. That one may be too dark. I'm just bringing that across. See all our mess? So I'm just bringing that down. And this side as well. I'm going to clean this mess up, just wipe it up. So I'm just going to get a wet wipe. And there it is, it's gone. So I just want to get it a little bit darker down this side here. So if you want to put any comments in the comments, what you think or what you'd like to see or where you're from. I'm always happy to know where people are from, what they do. I'm just cleaning this off. Okay, I'm going to put Blackberry Bliss away now. And I'm going to take out the Highland Heather. So I want to go down. I want it to be light. I don't want it the same darkness as the top part of it. Now this is, as I said, it's trial and error for me. Now I'm just going to go into the one at the top there and at the sides. Bring it down. So that's so far. We'll get this out the way. Clean up our little mess. And these are still available, by the way, the glass mats. They are absolutely fantastic. You can do your inking on them and you just need to wipe it up. So there we go. Now, I got these all on blocks to start off with. So we've got the large Christmas tree, the middle one, the little one, and I have some dottage and some dirt, if you can call it dirt. So I'm going to start at this side and I'm going to use Early Espresso. Espresso, yeah, I think so. So first I'm going to take the medium tree. Now I'm going to take my ink stamp to the tree. Make sure it's well inked up. That way you can see it. So I'm going to put it about there. I don't want it right up to the top. Hello, Elizabeth. How are you going? Hope you're well. So there's our first tree. So I'm going to clean that tree off before I go any further. And I'm going to use my Stampin' Scrub. And I love this. It's just so easy. A couple of sprays. Take your dirty stamp. Put it on the wet side so you have raindrops there and sun there, so it's easy to figure out which one it is. Clean that off. Now I'm going to take this smaller stamp, oops, Good job there was no ink on it there, wasn't it? And I'm going to ink this one up. I'm probably just going to put him there. I'll clean him off at this stage. And then I'm going to take my big stamp and I'm going to take my ink to the big stamp. You're good? That's good. Elizabeth? What have you got planned for today? Anything? So, taking my big stamp. It's a lot easier with the big stamp to actually take your stamp to the ink. Now, I don't want this right to the top. Just get rid of that bit of ink there. So I'm going to take him nearly to the top and I'm just going to press down. Give it a press so that the ink goes on because we've got the 2 lots of ink underneath it. So there we go. As I said, it's a blind leading the blind here at the moment because this is the first time I've really tried this out. So then I'm going to take my other little tree again. And I'm going to put him on the other side of this one. I'm going to make him a little bit taller than the other one. Not much. All right, so there's our trees done. Stamps all cleaned. Get rid of that, we don't want it getting on anything. So that is our early espresso. Now I'm going to take my white ink. So white ink is pigment ink. You love the background, thank you. I tried it out yesterday to see how I'd go. It wasn't too bad, I did a couple. So, actually no, I just need to do something in the early espresso before I do that. So, I'm going to take our little mound. And I'm going to put him just between those 2 trees there. So it looks we've got a bit of background. Oh. And then I'm going to take my white ink and I'm going to take our dottage. So just all little dots. And I'm going to start at the top of the page. I'm just going to come down like stars, star trail, and clean that. Okay, so that's our card so far. Our little dirt patch didn't turn out real flash. So we'll put that aside for a moment and let it dry off a bit. And I'm going to take our Christmas So I did my Christmas in the glitter. And then I want a piece of white, and I'm going to take my Versamark ink. Where have I put my Versamark ink? Why is it you have something 5 minutes later it disappears? Here it is. So I'm going to take my Versamark ink and I am going to stamp this up. Firstly, I am going to get my little toolkit for doing embossing. So this is absolutely a must, honestly, when you are embossing. So I'm going to take my little powder puff thing, and I'm just going to put it all over, which will take off any grease spots, and plus when we do our embossing it won't leave any little bits where we don't want them. So now on the other one I did the white. That's clear. But I noticed in my white I've got must have had some gold and it's contaminated. So I'm going to use copper or gold. Which one do you think? Copper or gold? Or silver? So these were our old tubs of embossing powder. And now we're using the Wow embossing powder. So I actually might do the gold, I think. So we'll put our little tray of gold. There we go. I'll use that gold. So I'll keep them all together. So I'm now going to take my Versamark ink and I'm going to take it to and take out my little tweezers. I just noticed that there was some white left in there from yesterday, and I don't want it going in my... All right, I think we're round about ready now. So I'm going to take my stamp and I'm going to ink it up with my Versamark ink. Now Versamark is a sticky ink, which is what we use for our heat embossing. Put the lid back on. Piece of paper that we've prepared for, and I'm going to do that on the angle because I wouldn't have enough room on the other. So just let it seep into the paper. You hear that stick when it came off. So now I'm going to take my excuse me, take a mouthful of embossing powder. I'm going to tap it. I just put a bit more on because our dot on the eye wasn't. Now, if you do find you have little bits that you don't want, well, we're going to cut this out anyway. You can just brush them off with your little brush. All right. So I'm going to put our top back on. And I'll put that away because I'll fix that when I've finished. So I'm going to take a cardstock and I'm going to hold it with my tweezers. Now this might be a bit noisy. I apologise for it. Help if it's turned on, wouldn't it? Eh? Which one is it? Oh, hang on a minute. I'm going to have to go and turn on the power. My apologies for that. I didn't turn the power on at the PowerPoint, and I wondered why it wasn't working. So we're just going to heat this up, and you'll see it start to turn. Quite magical watching it turn. Starting to go now. I always do it for the underneath. Can you see that turning? I then took my little bit there under the T. So there we go. Isn't that gorgeous? Just love it. So we're going to cut this out now. So we're going to get this level. We're going to use the mini. I like using my mini. And we've got to cut our underneath bit. So let's put this on here, and we'll get it so that it's even. And I'm going to tape it down. I don't want it to move. Now I think I've got it right there. Might just cut those bits off at the ends. Oops, take the cover off. Just so it goes through the mini, okay. Because if it started dragging on the edges, we would lose it. It would pull it off. Okay. Would you ever put things down and then have to look for them when you're trying to find them? All right, let's take this off. Just be careful when you're taking your washi tape off. Sometimes it will stick to the paper and then it will rip your paper, and then you'll have to start all over again. So here's our Christmas. You know, this is taking me out of my comfort zone, doing all these 12 cards, because I have to think of cards that, just be careful when you take it out. Now you probably end up leaving your dot in there. So that doesn't matter, just leave it there where it is for the moment. So there we go. Isn't that gorgeous? And we left our little dot because we'll take it out and put it in once we've got organised. And there's our gold Christmas. Now we just need to cut this one out. That back. Oh, keep hold of that because I'll need the dot. So then I'm going to put this one through. You don't have any luck with removable Scotch tape. Haven't heard of that. I've heard of that minty tape or whatever it's called that some people use. So there's our back for our Christmas. So just a little bit of glitter. And we'll put our little mini back. So then our Christmas will go on here. Now, before I couldn't find I always have it out at the side of me for my silicone mat because I usually always use it, but it's gone for walkabouts. I bet that Zeus has run off with it again. No. Oh well, we'll just have to do without it, won't we? No dramas. So I'm going to take my Tombow glue. It's multi-purpose glue, and I like this because I never do straight. Unfortunately, I'll find that actually I'll just do it like this. Take a bit of sponge. I would normally do it on my silicone mat and then just dab it. Oops. All right, let's get rid of that. Now I'm going to line this up. So I'm going to get I'm going to go with my eye. I've got my C. Might need a little bit more glue on it. There's the T. Because it's glitter, I don't want to mess this up. Oh, sorry, I'm doing it out of frame. I was concentrating on getting it stuck down and forgot I was out of frame, so I apologise for that. And I lost a bit of gold off there. Now we're going to do our eye. So I've just dropped him down there. And then I'm just going to drop him, so he goes. On there. Now, if you get a bit like here, the H isn't sticking, just get a tiny bit of paper Oh, okay, you go at the newsagents and then just slide it under there and press. Okay, get rid of that. So I just lost a little bit of gold there on the bottom, but I can fix that up. All right, let's put this card together. So that was the piece I was going to use for the... So we've got our white card base, and I'm putting on a mat, and I'm just going to put that on. My first is 5.5 by 3 3/4. And I use Tombow, sorry, because I don't do straight. I never get it straight first off. So that allows me to move it around where I want to. So, and then I'm going to put a scene. It's a night scene. So and my second layer, which I've got the night scene on, is 5.25 by 3.5. So see, we've got that little border around. Okay, Officeworks or the news there. I'll have a look for it when I'm out next time, Elizabeth. So that we've got that there. Then I am going to take and I'm just going to mop it and take that off it because I want to pop it up. And I've got some mini ones here. Now you can use your take a pick tool to take your dimensionals off the card. I just so you're going to see that one. So just stick them in and flick. take them off. I'm just going to put that across there. Now, what I need to do is get a insert. As I know I haven't got a white insert already done. So I'm going to take a piece of got white here. So I'm going to do the insert, which will be 5.5 by 3 3/4. So I'm going to do that. And I haven't picked out what's it for an insert because I didn't put one in the original one. I was trying it out. Friends and family are the true gift of Christmas. That's so true, isn't it? So that's it there. So I like to pop it down just so I've got enough room to keep it straight and then pick it up. So I'm going to do that in my Blackberry Bliss. You don't do straight either. No, I'm with you on that, Elizabeth. So I'm going to put that in the middle of our insert. There we go, beautiful. Firstly, I'm going to get rid of that so I don't put my fingers in it. And then I'm going to clean my stamp. So what I think I'll do on the inside is I'll take our little three trees, take that one off there. Put them straight. And I'm going to take my early espresso. I'm going to ink them up. So I don't want all of the trees there. I'm just going to do a couple of them. There we go. Close that up. Wipe off our ink. I should have a towel here to dry it off once I've wiped it over. And you know what I've done, don't you? Can you see what I've done? Look, after all that of talk of doing it. So, I did it portrait instead of landscape. What a dill. I have to be saying to you about it. Must remember to do it. And then I did it anyway. God blame me. There we go. Put that away. Good job there's two sides to paper, isn't there? Eh? Then we'll have to get our early espresso out again. What would we do if there was no two sides to the paper? We'd be forever making mistakes and using up paper. So I'm just going to put that there. Then it blends your times, yeah. I did it the other day too, because I don't usually do a landscape card. I always do a portrait card. And I've just thrown the cloth away. Yeah, so when I do a portrait card, mostly, so doing a landscape card, I'm going to take this now and open it up. We're going to use our Tombow. All right. Put it hand the right way. I always think it looks so much nicer when you put in insert in the card. So you've still got plenty of room to write your message on there. So there we go. There's our Christmas tree scene. So I'll just bring in the other ones that we've done so far. Oh, there's my first try at it. As I said, I used the white, and I could see, get out of my way, I could see little flecks of gold in it. So obviously when I used it for gold and then used the white, I didn't clean it properly. So, and now the white's ruined. Thank you, Elizabeth. This is the first one I did, which with our reindeers. The other, I had two, but I gave one away. And then this was our second day, and this was our third. Might put a couple of gems on there. What do you think? probably a couple of, I'd say, are clear ones, because then they'd look like it was sparkling in the heavens, wouldn't it? So I've got these here, and they're just little ones that are left over. So put it, I'll put one down here. So I'll do it on the other one as well while we're at it. It just makes it look like our stars are glistening. Okay, I'll just come back up. I'm back. There we go. So there's 3 Christmas cards so far. And I will be back tomorrow with day 4. So I'm now going to work on what I'm going to make on day 4. I want them all to be different, so I don't want to do another one that's quite similar. So I have to get my brain working, won't I? Thank you, Elizabeth. That's lovely. So I will see you tomorrow again at 10:30 with a new card. So don't forget to ring the notification bell. That will tell you when I'm coming on. Share and like. If you've got crusty friends you think that that might like it, you can share with your crafty friends. So I hope everybody has a great day. Enjoy your day, and I will